Okay, so in previous video we discussed different type of protocol, LACP, PAGP and AN. Let's do the LACP first in the lab. We already know theoretically. This will be our topology for LACP, also for PAGP and also for AN mode. What we can do, there are 4 switches. 2 are distributed switches, distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2. While we have access layer switch 1 and access layer switch 2. They are connected with each other. Distributed switch and this distributed switch connected with 4 interfaces. So on this one we will apply layer 2 LACP. If you remember theoretically, I told you you can configure LACP 2 way, layer 2 and layer 3. Similarly, you can configure PAGP as a layer 2 ether channel and layer 3 ether channel. And similarly, you can make on mode or static mode as a layer 3 and layer 2. So in this lab, we will focus only on LACP layer 2 configuration and LACP layer 3 configuration. So in this topology, our target switches are distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2, and between we will configure layer 2 LACP. Also distributed switch and access layer switch we will configure layer 3 LACP. Here we will use port, the ether channel port, either 20 and here we will use 2. You can assign any number, but this which we decide. So in this lab we will utilize only 3 switches: distributed switch 1, distributed switch 2 and access layer switch 1. Then in next lab we will do layer 2 PAGP, layer 3 PAGP, and then in the final lab we will do layer 3 on mode and layer 2 on mode. Now don't confuse, look like it's very hard, but it's so simple. There is just only connectivity. The switch, again I'm using the switch which start and take time, but the best one, VIOS, which we used yesterday as well, and the switch which participated in LACP. My target is in this lab is LACP. Is distributed switch 1, distributed switch 2 and access layer switch 2. I told you already. I will configure layer 2 LACP between distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2, this one. Between these 4 interfaces it will be layer 2 LACP. And layer 3 interfaces is distributed switch 1, this one, and access layer switch 2. Between these two we will configure layer 3 LACP. And the port which used for L2 LACP is G0, 1, 2 and 3, and similarly in this one. And also for layer 3, 1, 2 and 1, 3 and distributed switch, and 3 and 2 and access. And the port channel we will give them port channel 20 and port channel 2. I told you about the mode. So one side we will make active and the other side will make passive. But here I will show you that you can keep active as well, because I told you you can keep active will work, but passive not work. So you can use active passive, either active, because we will make layer 3 LACP, then we need IP address. So one side of distributed switch 1 we will make 2.1 IP and the other side will be 2.2. So these are the detail about the lab. Okay, and next, first we will configure the basic stuff. And basic stuff, we will make a mode rapid PST, and under console I told you about on first lecture. We will the exit timeout, we will enable synchronization which make an issue the logs. So these are the basic. I will apply this command by script, and the configuration I will show you myself. So let me apply this configuration, the basic one. Okay, so let me go to script and you can do the same thing. So let's go to LACP lab, and this is the basic configuration. So let's go to, because we're gonna use only 3 switches, and the first one, yeah, distributed 1, distributed 2 and access layer. So let's go to distributed and apply the basic stuff, which we discussed, okay, in the first lecture. So let's go to this one, and there is nothing, only the repeat PST and console time and those things. Okay, so let me copy this one and paste. So I change the name to distributed and I apply basic stuff. So this switch is ready. Okay, and now let's go to switch 2, and now switch 2 configuration is this one. The basic stuffs, change the name and apply. Okay, so now this one is done, and finally we will need this one. Right now I'm interested in LACP, so let's go to ASW and let's go to LACP, and here is this one. And we are done. So this is the basic configuration. You already know this one. So my switches are ready for my lab. Okay, and let me minimize. So first we will configure layer 2 between distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2, and we have 3 interfaces. Okay, this one 4, 1 2 3 4, and here is 1 2 3 4. We have 4 interfaces connected between distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2, and we want to make a LACP configuration layer 2 one. So let me open this distributed switch 1, and the first thing I'm interested, so interface range, this is start from G0/0 and up to G0/1, G0/2 and 3. So I type 0/0, you can use the range command. So interface range 0/0. Okay, if you can't see, let me zoom out, but I don't think so you will see both or not. Okay, it's not good, so it's better. I hope so you can see them, and enter. This is the first. So I choose all these interfaces and range command. Okay, the first thing is switch port trunk, and I will choose the encapsulation which we use this command below before .1q. This is the first step, and switch port mode trunk. Done. Next thing, I will shut down these interfaces. Best practice is, if you want to configure ether channel, shut down the interfaces. When both the side are configured, you can turn no shutdown. Either in the end when you configure them, make them no shutdown. So I shut down all these 4 interfaces. Then you need to type channel protocol. So we have 2 type of protocol, LACP and PAGP. Right now I'm interested in LACP, Link Aggregation Control Protocol. So I will choose LACP and done. Next thing, I will type channel group. So channel group, we decide which will make the logical interface 20. So here I will choose 20. You can choose any number, by the way. So I type 20 and mode. So we discuss about the mode. So LACP has 2 mode, active and passive. Here is. So we decide that we will keep this side active. Yeah, I mentioned in the lab. So make them active. And they create a port channel with the same number. The logical interfaces has been created. Port channel 20. And no shutdown. Now our everything is ready. So now you can no shutdown. So this side of layer 2 LACP is done. So let me minimize this one and let's go to distributed switch 2. Almost the same configuration. I would say interface range, and interface range is gig interface 0/0 and -3. All 4 interfaces I choose, and then the next thing is switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, and then shut down the interfaces is better, and then channel protocol, channel protocol LACP. It has to be the same protocol both side, and then channel group, and it should be 20. You can keep different, but it's better to do the same 20, and mode This time I will choose passive, because I told you one side has to be active and this side I make them passive. And finally no shutdown, and that's it. So our ether channel will be ready after a while. When the interface is up, these two switches will exchange the information through that MAC address which I told you. LACP is using the MAC address, this one, which was, okay, I closed that one so I can show you. So if I capture any of these interface, so I can show you that one. So if I go to G0/0 interface, they will start to exchange the information and they will make a ether channel. So if I go here, and the protocol I'm using LACP. LACP, why it's not showing? Let's see, let me clear this one. I cannot see till now. Yeah, I started now, I believe. Yeah, there is LACP is now available. So let me LACP, and here is. So if you capture this one, link aggregation control protocol, and there is the version and TVL, a lot of information is by the way there. Anyway, this the priority of this, the port detail, and so many things. Okay, I was just to show you the MAC address, sorry, I was interested in the MAC address. So this the MAC address which you can see. Okay, so they will exchange the information, and what I was, yeah, now let's verify. So between these two switches I make layer 2 ether channel. So let's verify how we can verify. Show ether channel summary, this is the first command which you can use, and here is. So let me explain you this one, and if I zoom it, so let's go up. Yeah, this is the command show ether channel summary. They say that the group number, which is the port number as well, the logical, I will show you that port is 20. Yes, we give them 20, and port channel, the logical interface is port 20, and S means is here, that this is layer 2, and U means an use. They say somebody configure layer 2 ether channel using which protocol? Here is the protocol LACP, link aggregation control protocol, and which port take participation from 0, 01, 02 and 03, and P means port and bundle, this one, that yes, the port is working. Sometime you may see D, sometime it may be I, sometime it may be you may see W. There is a W, yeah, this one. Sometime it's waiting, so it will show you W instead of P. But if it is P, it means everything is working and the interfaces are properly working. I will show you the other one. You get the idea? So it means SU. The main thing is to show you, because now we will create layer 3. So here is showing me SU. S means that layer 2 is in uppercase S, and U means an use. And now it's working. Both of them is the ether channel are now there and it's working. Now they make a logical interface. If I show you, show spanning tree VLAN 1, here you will see one logical interface, and that one is port 20. This basically logical interface. If I check show IP interface brief, so it should be there as well with the same number which we gave them, port channel 20, but we never assign IP because it's not layer 3 port channel. And here is S port 20 is consider them as a one port. You can see is consider them, and cost is also less because now we combine them, we work as a team. So this was layer 2 ether channel. We configure them between a distributed switch 2 and distributed switch 1. But there is a layer 3 as well. So let me close this one. And also there are many other commands related to ether channel. You can type show ether channel and question mark. So these are the command which you can use. If you want to check the load balancing, we will do load balancing later on. You can see by detail. If you have many ether channel, you can check by group number. Right now our group number is 20. So you can type this command as well. Sorry, 20 and detail. So you can see the detail up port number 20, not port, the ether channel port. So you can use these extra command to verify. Now let me close and let's see the layer 3. So we done with layer 2 LACP configuration between distributed switch 1 and distributed switch 2. Now I need to configure the layer 3 LACP between distributed switch 1 and access layer switch 2. So let me go to distributed switch 1, and which interface will take participation. So go to configuration, interface range, and no, it's better to make the ether channel, the port channel first. Why? This the best practices. If you configure interfaces first, most probably you may face issue. The ether channel will not up. You may shut down and no shutdown and all these. I remember it was a lab in the old track, CCNP routing and switching. And always student fail in that lab because the ether channel never come up. So why? Because it's better to configure the best way to configure the port channel first. This is my own experience, and we saw in real world as well. So rather than you can do it, the interfaces first as well. So let me create. So we decide to give them port channel 2. So it's better. Let me create interface port channel, and which number we decide 2. You can give any number, by the way, and no shutdown. Okay, so I create the layer 3 interface first, then I will assign, no switch port. We will make them layer 3, no switch port, and then now I will assign the IP address. So the IP address I written here is 2.1. So 192.168.2.1.255.255.255.0. Okay, and no shutdown. I already put as a logical interface, no need no shutdown, but anyway, it's a good way to do it. Done. So I create the port channel first. Now I will go to the interfaces. So interfaces range, these two interfaces for layer 3. You can see 1 and 1.3. So I will type G1/2 and -3 means these two interfaces and range. And now what I will do, I will say no switch port because I'm making layer 3, not layer 2. So I will make these interfaces as a layer 3, type no switch port, and then channel protocol. Which protocol? LACP. Definitely we are doing LACP. So I apply channel protocol LACP, and channel group, we decide group 2, which we assign above as well. 2 and mode active. You can put passive and you can put active. And finally, no shutdown and exit. So this side is configure. Similarly, we need to configure the other side of the switch. Otherwise, right now it will not work. If I check show ether channel, which channel we have? 2 summary. So you may see the port is S. I told you I will show you this one. So let's go to small s. S is suspended. The reason is one side is configured, the other side is not configured. That's why it says suspended. And the other thing I will explain you a bit later, RD. D is down because the other side is not configured, and R means layer 3. Anyway, I will show you this one. Now let's move to the other side so it will start work. So now I'm in AS, and here first what I will do is I told you interface port channel. First create the port channel, and the port channel is 2, which we decide, and no shutdown, no switch port means make them layer 3, and IP address 192.168.2.1. I believe this side is 2.1. Yeah, sorry, 2.2. 2.1 is the other side, and 255.255.255.0. So I assign the IP address and exit from here. And now let's go to interface range, and I need to check which interface is 0203. 0203. So interface range 02/3. So I combine both in range command, and now what I will do, no switch port, sorry, I forgot G, because this the gig interfaces. If it is Ethernet, then you type E and shortcut. Then no switch port definitely. And after that, channel protocol is our LACP, and channel group is 2, which we decide. And mode, now I told you that you can put active as well. So let me put active this side as well. Passive is not good. Active will work. And finally, no shutdown. So now quickly it will not up. Let's see, so that I can show you. Show ether channel summary, and here is, so okay, it's already done. It's a P now. So P means port and bundle, these two interfaces. The protocol is LACP. And now let me show you. They say that the R means layer 3 now, and U means end use. And the previous one it was mentioned yes. Okay, let me show you in that one, because in this one both are configured, layer 2 and layer 3, so you will distinguish them. So let me clear this one and let me show you both. Show ether channel summary, so you can see the difference between both. You see, it's a RU and this one is a SU. This is layer 2 and this one is layer 3. Both are using LACP protocol, but this one is layer 3 configuration and this one is layer 2 configuration. And also all the port is now P. Before it was, I told you it will up, now it's what suspended. Okay, so now I can ping the IP of the other side. So 192.168.2.2. So let's see, I can ping the other side. If everything is okay, yes, so I can ping, because my IP is 1, I ping the other side. So let's go down. You will see the difference now. 2 port channel and there is IP configure. This one is because layer 3 port channel and the other one is layer 2 port channel. So we configure layer 2 and layer 3 port channel. Okay, so let's move if I miss something. So this one, and we verify layer 2, and also we verify the other side layer 2, and then we configure layer 3, and here we verify it's R and U, and here it means R and U means layer 3. And also we ping both side. Anyway, I ping from one side, but it will work. So this was layer 2 and layer 3 configuration of LACP protocol, which we discuss in detail. That what is LACP is a open standard which you can use them, and we use this topology and we configure. And also we check out that both side is active is working, and the other one we check one side is active and the other side is passive. The only thing which will not work is passive, which you can verify yourself, so it will never come up the ether channel. You can try that one at your home. So this was LACP.